Hello everyone, welcome back to the Carlo the Rail Fan YouTube channel, and today what we're going to be doing is a review. What we're going to be doing in question is the review on the Western Maryland BL2 Pack by Digital Train Models, known as DTM. And now for the first thing I'm going to address is you may be looking at the BL2 and think, what on God's green earth is this? Yeah, that's how most people think when they see the BL2 for the first time. But a bit of history on the BL2. It was produced by EMD as an an experimental locomotive is the best you can say for it. Produced by EMD and from 1947 to 1949. So it's pretty early in the dieselization process in the U.S. railroads. And yes, and it was basically used for better view. It was used it was used on branch lines, which explains the BL in the name BL2, and it was also used to improve visibility compared to cow body locomotives like the Alco FA2 you can see over there, and it wasn't very successful. And since the Western Maryland had two of them, as we can see, 81 right here and 82 right here. So that's what we're going to be reviewing today. The first thing I will address is the model. It looks pretty good. Let's see, the lettering is okay. It's okay. And also, the BL2 comes in two different variations. As we can see, this is the Fireball, and over here is the Speed lettering. And another thing I haven't mentioned yet is, since the BL2 wasn't very successful, there was only a handful of railroads that actually purchased the locomotive. Another one being the Florida East Coast Railroad. And now back onto the actual review of the locomotive. So the lettering, it's actually really crisp here until you zoom in a lot. I think the numbering is pretty good. I will say that. The resolution, the patch, not so much. Yeah, I don't know what happened here, but the patch is not that good. The headlight texture is also not too good. These are, they're not. None of the headlight textures are very good on the front. And what is this coupler? This coupler literally looks like plastic. The coupler is plastic, and the air hoses are too shiny. Air hoses are too shiny and not wet. It would be nice if we could see some weathering on the air hoses. That would actually be really cool. And the actual hose is just, it needs weathering, is what it was. And over here we can actually see weathering on the side of the locomotive, but the weathering is atrocious. If anything, it literally looks like you just took, you were in Microsoft Paint and went splish, splash, splish, splash, splish, splash, splish, splash. That's all it seemed, and you just added you took just the paint tool and then just sprayed all along the bottom right here. You can see the striping. The striping is pretty good. And right here, but I don't really know right here because I don't know if this is accurate, because if you look at all the pictures of BL2s in real life, they're all kind of down. They're all kind of down here, and makes it look like, giant locomotive appearance. And you never actually get to see up here, so I don't know if this has anything to do, if this is realistic, but if it is, someone could please let me know in the comments. That would be really helpful if this is actually was on the locomotive, because I know both of these are preserved. I believe in the National Railroad Museum of Maryland or something like that, or some sort of museum. I know both 81 and 82 are preserved. that's a pretty good thing. That's a good thing because these locomotives are a very rare piece of history, I could say, considering only about, I believe it was like 63, I think it was 63 that were built, so not a lot that were built. It's very rare, and it's cool that we have this in Train Simulator, but some things so far I just wish were better. And we can see the logo, Mr. Maryland. This is accurate, so accurate to real life. So far, the quality is decent. Not terrible, but it's not the best. It's okay quality, and you can see down here. I believe this is the emergency fuel cutoff switch. Not good. Not good. It's not circular. It's supposed to be circular. This is like, what is it, nonagon or whatever. 10s. No, nonagon's not. I forget what 10 is. But I will say there is an interior engine model. It's not the best though. See a box right here, and which I didn't even notice. I didn't notice this before. I don't know what this is. It looks like some sort of battery. I don't know why it would be here considering there's 3 engine. But you know, once again, if anyone knows something about this, that would be greatly appreciated if you could help me out in the comments by telling me what this is right here next to the engine, which looks like a V10 of some, maybe not even a V10. Okay, I think this is a V12, but like, I don't even know what this engine is. Which, you know, what can you do? And so far the number boards are also pretty good. Body, yeah, again, the headlight textures aren't too good, but we go here. If we're back here, the actual patch doesn't seem too terrible, but when you get up close, it's not too good. And let's get inside the cab, shall we? And here we are inside the cab. It's a very weird. I don't know if the interior was actually this color of green, but if it was, it's very interesting. And yet again, and the inside almost is it's very old, almost like MS Train Simulator kind of days. It's not like all this. The actual textures isn't too good. And then there's the roof texture. This thing is abysmal. Oh my god. Like, what is this? Come on, dude. Like, I don't understand. Why? Just why? You have absolute grainy, like, so unbelievably pixelated. It's, like, depressing at this point of how pixelated this is. And look at the bolts up here. Oh my god, these bolts. Yeah, everything about the roof is not too terribly good. The horn? It's a very reused horn on everything. The horn is very reused. And speaking of horn, the exterior horn model is not too bad. It's not too bad of a model. So I'll give him that DTM. And the doors, the side doors openable. Both side doors are openable. And is it visible from the exterior? Yes, it is. The open doors. These doors back here are not openable, as well as these doors. Yep, the doors back here are not openable. And this is also, I don't know, yet again, I'm not much of an expert on this locomotive, so I don't know if this dial right here is, you know, accurate, but it's quite old, so it's gonna, it might actually be a different one. I think it is a different one than the old one, because of this one. The switches in here, all the lights and stuff like that, they also work, and we can get the headlights on. And it does that weird glare thing that the Boston and Albany has on this G-Tracks, which I'll review may or may not be coming soon. So we'll not say this, we'll not spoil anything. And yeah, it's just this weird glare that it's kind of annoying, and I don't know if it's not very. Ooh, it's realism. Ooh, yeah, it might be. I'm sure. The smoke. I mean, you look here. The smoke is blocky. It looks very blocky, considering some of the old stuff. The smoke looks quite blocky. Back to the cab. As you can see the number light, all the lights work, both on the rear and the front. As you can see, all the lights work. These switches down here, the wiper and what is this, the instrument lights. The wipers work, as you can see. And the instrument lights, they also work as well. See there? But these three switches, the generator, field pump, the generator field switch, the fuel pump and the engine switches don't work. But unlike some really high detailed stuff you can get these things to work starting from a cold start, but I don't think this actually has a cold start process to it. I don't think you can get those here. Now the windows, they are cranks, but they do roll down. You can see. Get to it. Both windows do work. No sound inclusion. No sound inclusion when you open the windows. The bell switch works. It's a good thing. And now since we reviewed most of the cab, we can now review the rolling stock. There. So the first thing we have in this pack is your standard 40-foot boxcar. Nothing too special about it. Just standard boxcar in Western Maryland livery. I will say something. The red is very bright. It sticks out so much. Like, I don't know if this is accurate or not, and I don't know. Like, you can see this, the Western Maryland logo is in a different shade of white than the numbers, and, well, the stripes, I guess that's what they are. And the actual lettering isn't too good. Like, all the legal stuff isn't very good. And the text, it's it's okay, I guess. And with the weathering, yet again, it's not very good weathering. It just looks like you kind of splattered some Microsoft Paint. You just take Microsoft Paint, you just took it like on the locomotive, you just went split, you just went a splotch here and then just filled in the bottom, which isn't very good. Now onto the gondolas. The weathering is the same thing, very pixelated. And you basically just sprayed it all along the bottom. Also this hopper, same thing. Also the C20 hopper, the weathering, the same thing. You just take a Microsoft Paint, splash, splish, splash, splish, and we can just deal with these later. And onto the gondolas. Yet again, the coloring is still different. Is from the actual logo to the numbering, it's still different. The shade of white is still different, which I don't know why. And the gondola, it comes with two variants, a loaded and an unloaded. And now the reason that I have 3 down is because when you actually spawn them in, the loaded, when you spawn the unloaded, it just looks like this, nothing too special. And when you spawn the loaded in, it looks like this. And now, what you actually have to do is you actually have to go to the world editor, click on click on the gondola, then double click the gondola, and on the right there should be a little panel with a button that says loaded, and once you click that, it'll look like this. And now I don't know why it does that instead of just having this loaded and that unloaded. That would honestly probably be better because it would save time. And the actual texturing of the what I believe this is, rocks inside the gondola. It's not good at all. The gravel is not good. I don't actually know, that might just be rocks or nice and gravel, so okay. And the couplers also look like plastic. The air hose is too bright, also need weathering. And in the handles, the handbrake is it's okay, nothing too special about it. And same with the stairs, nothing special. And now onto the C20 hopper. This is one of two hoppers you get. This is the other one, which we'll review later after this one. Like I already said, the weathering, it's not good. Just you took a little split on Microsoft Paint, splash, 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 splash. You might hear that a lot in the rest of this video. And as we can see, it also just looks like you just took one giant spray and Microsoft Paint went along the bottom. And the trucks of this honestly look like plastic. Still, trucks look like plastic. The gondola trucks just do as well. And the boxcar, so they also do look like plastic. So all of these look like plastics. And the locomotives, they're okay. Trucks are okay. You can still see them. The wheels, good. It's okay. Back to the hopper. You can see there's weathering on the top. It's realistic, but there's no weathering on the actual grate you would walk along in real life. Because in real life, of course, the actual, in the middle, it'd be more weathered compared to the outside, because why would you be stepping close to the outside when it's dangerous when you should, in fact, just be stepping to the middle. And the weathering in here, also, the weathering, it's not the best. It's not very good on any of these so far. The weathering is okay. It's Steam Store, and, some stuff on this is probably about mediocre, if it's okay for stuff you get on the Steam Store. And now, as we can see, we'll go to onto the C20 hopper. As we can see, the trucks are in bogies and wheels. They also, of course, you guessed it, look like plastic. And the couplers on both of these also look like plastic. The air hoses, it still need weathered, so they haven't fixed it or improved that at all. And this hopper is kind of just, a hopper. So, that's about it. And the weathering, not too good, not special. And another thing, the price. The price of the actual pack is $19.99, so standard, one of the two standard prices. But for me, I actually got this on sale for about $5 or $6, so I found that to be a pretty good deal. And now onto the caboose. I don't know, caboose is caboose. I say caboose. What do you guys say? Let me know in the comments. But I personally say caboose, even though it's the proper word for multiple caboose is cabooses, but I don't think that doesn't sound right, and I personally think caboose sound right. And so as we can see here, the texturing of as we have three variants here. This is variant 1, variant 2, and variant 3, which is the circus type. Which I think, it's actually pretty good. I like this. The circus livery for me is, I like it. It's pretty good. It's probably I don't think it's my favorite. It's probably my second favorite. My favorite is probably the fireball on all the locomotives. Now back to the first caboose. We have, first of all, this is one of the symbols, one of the patches, the Circle Western Maryland Fast Freight Line. The quality, the texture, and is actually pretty good. It's pretty good, and the numbering is not good enough. Okay, I don't know why it has these like little rigid bumps. If that's supposed to be considered weathering, and I don't know what that's supposed to be. The couplers, you guessed it, look like plastic. The air hoses, also, you guessed it, need weathering and it's just the only thing different about these the caboose is that they're just different. They're just different leather liveries, nothing else. That's about it. They're pretty much just reskins. The handbrake, weird looking, but I do not like it. The bolts here, they're a 2D texture, and they're not an actual 3D model. That's something that you might this might be common on this pack. It's just textured, really. That's about it. The weathering is just weird. I don't know what's I don't really like the weathering. If this is actually realistic, I think realistic that the whole caboose would be weathered. Also, the top would also be weathered, but yet again, no weathering on the actual grates. And now, inside the caboose, it has a horrible interior. The interior is detailed, but you can't actually go inside the caboose interior. You only get 2 cameras. One is going to be one should be roughly about here, and the other is roughly about over here. And what I'm going to do on the other 2 cabooses is just go and just look at the liveries, because you already saw the interior of the first caboose, and the interiors, they're all the same. That's just a little disclaimer and heads up. Yeah, as we can see, we have, I think that's a miles an hour meter. We have seats up here, and we have a clipboard right here. And that's the interior of all 3 of these cabooses. Caboose, whatever you want to call it. On to the second livery of the caboose. The livery is I don't really know what this one is, but I think this is the most iconic Western Maryland logo, and I think it's also the most common, the one they use the most. And so far, the numbers don't have the same, texture, I guess, as these ones, because I don't know if this is intentional or not, but it does not look good. And honestly, this pack in general so far is okay. It's not special. It's decent because it has a rare it has a rare BL2, and so far the textures are okay. We can see it's nothing special from from decently far away. Decently close, actually, is, they're not terrible. And now we're on to the third one, the circus livery. I like this one a lot. It's pretty good. And we can see the text, yet again, is the same thing. It's not very good up close, but when you're decently far behind, it's okay and actually looks good. Same with the numbering, and I don't know what this is supposed to be, like a barcode, honestly. It's not. I don't like it very much. I don't know if if it was maybe textured more, I would like that, but it's not or the quality was better of the texture. Yeah, it's not very good. These are the caboose, and now we also, with the pack, you get two different locomotives. These, the Alco PA2s, and this cute little guy right here, the GE 44-ton switcher. Now, the first thing I will say, I have an issue with the Alco FA2s. I have an issue with them. I have an issue with the FA2s, and I don't know what it is, but for me, if I actually drive the FA2, we can see how some reason, whenever I drive it, first of all, the interior is okay, nothing special. But when I start to drive it, sometimes it doesn't even like properly start. And other times, like it'll just get to like 4 or 5 miles an hour, then it'll just shut off. And seeing if I can get it without doing some weird glitch stuff. And then if I actually do that to the I keep saying the FA2 I'll go FA2 on the G Tracks Boston Albany route. If I turn the brakes off, and then the independent brakes off, you can see it drives fine, and there's nothing. It drives fine. That's the thing I don't understand. Because on this one, as you can see, it's driving normally, and then once it gets to a certain, yes, as you can see, once it gets to 13 miles an hour, the thing just shuts off. Everything just shuts off, and this is complete power, and I don't understand. But I'm just going to review it anyway, like nothing is wrong with it. First of all, the horns. It's a nice horn, I like it. Compared to this one, which is the same horn as the BL2. See, I told you those were reused a lot. Yeah, that horn is just reused a lot and a lot and a lot. And back to the FA, and back to the actual one FA2 in this pack. I have no idea what this is. I have no idea what that is supposed to be. It also has the same glare. The textures. Okay. Yeah. There's also a engine interior. This one's more detailed. I have no idea what this engine is, but there's an actual engine model. It's very low poly. See, you can see out the back right here. And that you can see out the door. And yeah, just all around, this is a very okay. The model is okay, and it's not the best, but it's not the worst. The smoke, kind of the same thing, blocky. And the GE44. I don't know what is up with this thing, but this thing is a hot mess. If you listen to the horn, yeah, did you hear that? Did you hear that little jump? Yeah, I don't know what it is, but something must have been jumbled around in the sound files, in the audio files that mixed up the horns. The beginning got switched to the end, the middle got switched to the beginning, and then got switched to the middle or something like that. Which is why there's some weird delay in the horn. But also the doors, they're openable. They're also visually openable, as well as on the FA2. You can go back and see that the doors will open. As you can see, the doors, they will in fact open. And then back to the GE44. The thing drives okay. The thing drives normally. There's nothing seems to be wrong with driving. The interior light are very dim. It looks bright up there, but when it's actually down here, it's very dim. The actual textures, they're not the best textures. All of these switches, these switches, I don't know if they work or not. I hope they do, but I don't actually know what they do. And inside, we have all the lights, and those lights do in fact work. You can see. And onto the exterior. The exterior, the Fireball logo, it's okay. Nothing too special. Nothing too special about it. And numbers are okay. You can see we still have that stripe. The crappy half-done weird Microsoft MS Train Simulator textures. It's also the same on these locomotives. Oh, by the way, I have the same issue with all three of these, which is why I only drove one FA2, because it's just the same for all of them. They also have the same weird, if you can see it, they have the same weird thing next to the lights. Okay, yeah, I don't know why it does that. And you can see they're right here. This is the number boards, and then they're right here. I don't know why. It's there, but it's kind of annoying. And that is almost everything in this pack. See, what I'm going to do now is drive the actual main attraction, which is the BL2, and see if there's any issues with it. By the way, we are just outside of Hagerstown on the CSX Hanover subdivision. I mean, the driving's pretty standard. There's nothing special about it. So we're just gonna come to the break and then I'll explain it. And I'll explain it out. Okay, I don't know what is wrong with that braking sound, but I do not like it. So overall, this pack, I'd say the pack is okay. I mean, it's a rare. This is a very rare locomotive, and it's cool to have this piece of history in Train Simulator. But I believe some of the stuff on here was done poorly, and it wasn't done the best. While other things were decent. So overall, I say I do recommend this, but be down by it at your own risk, because I don't know if like whatever happened to the FA2, whatever happened to it, it's just on my end, or what happens to everyone, where it just gets to a certain speed and just dies and shuts off. And for me, I haven't really tried it more than that, because it doesn't seem to start up again when I do it. But if anyone has the same issue, then you just restart it and starts up fine. Please be my guest and please tell me. In the GE44, that thing, there was a weird discrepancy with the headlight thing. And the lights activate on both sides. Okay, I don't know if this is broken or not, but that's weird. I don't know why. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Overall, I would recommend this pack. And this horn on the GE44, that I've seen a fellow YouTuber, Schnauzer Powers, review it, and he said it's the same thing for him, that he has the same issue with the GE44. So down by this at your own risk, because this happens to the GE44 has a messed up horn and the BL and the FA2 is, I don't know, I think that might just be an issue for me, but I'm not sure. So overall, I would recommend the FA. The BL2 is decent. It's modeled okay, considering it's on the Steam store. And so overall, I would recommend this, and I would advise, and this would be good to download. So with that saying, have a nice one, and I will see you all next time.